What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video, we're going to be talking about some tattoo fails. Now, when you think about tattoo fails, the first thing that comes to my mind, especially considering where I've been for most of my life, is thinking about tattoos that are done in prison. Because, my God, I can attest to the fact that you can certainly get some bad tats while locked up. In fact, I'm pretty much covered in them. But even with mentioning that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have seen some of the best tattoos I've ever seen in my life being done inside of a prison. However, most of the tattoos that we're going to be featuring in this video, I'm quite sure weren't done inside of a prison. And I also have no idea why these people would get these tattoos. I mean, what exactly is the logic behind these so-called works of art? Well, we're going to discuss that in this video, try to figure that out together, and I do hope that this is something that you enjoy. And without further ado, ball, what do you say we just go ahead and dive head first into these tattoo disasters? Let's go ahead and take a look at this first tattoo here. And the first thing I want to say before you start laughing, which I'm quite sure you probably already are, because when I first saw this tattoo myself, I mean, I was rolling around in the floor laughing, thinking to myself, why in the hell would somebody want to get, who is that? Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles tattooed on their damn nose. And you know, real quick, before we even talk about the tattoo specifically, let's just go ahead and take a look at the overall picture where you can see whoever got this tattoo has got their eyes closed like, I know, I'm gonna regret this tomorrow. But regardless of whatever this person is thinking who decided to get this Ninja Turtle head tattooed on their nose, the one thing that I do want to say about this is actually pretty damn unique. You know, they say that when you go to get a tattoo, you want to get something that's one of a kind, something that nobody else has. And I got to assure you, I have never before, any time in my life, ever seen anybody tattoo a Ninja Turtle head on their damn nose. I mean, maybe the logic behind this was, hey, this could be a really good conversation starter. Maybe whoever it is who got this tattoo done really has a hard time communicating and starting a conversation with somebody. Well, I can certainly assure you that having Michelangelo's head from the Ninja Turtles tattooed on your nose, well, that's gonna start a lot of conversations for you. I can imagine people are gonna come up to you all the time like, damn! Hey, yo, you got a Ninja Turtle tattooed on your nose, man. Where you trying to get a job at? Who's gonna hire you with that on your nose? What, you gonna work at the Halloween store for the rest of your life? I mean, Halloween only comes one time a year. But hey, at least it will be an icebreaker for any conversation that you might have been fearful of starting before getting that tattoo. This next tattoo fail that I want to share with you again is quite a unique tattoo. This one, just like that Ninja Turtle head, is most certainly one of a kind. This guy straight up tattooed a McDonald's receipt on his forearm. And I mean, if this tattoo wasn't already so unique and one of a kind to start with, let's go ahead and add to that whatever country this guy is in who got this tattoo, McFlurries cost $21 damn. Good God, McDonald's expensive wherever the hell you at. In fact, if I was ever to see this guy with this tattoo in real life, I think I would be more intrigued by the actual prices of the items that are listed on this receipt tattoo than the actual McDonald's receipt tattoo itself. You mean to tell me wherever you're at, a cheeseburger costs $36? Where does McDonald's at? In Dubai? And you know, when I first stumbled upon this tattoo, there was a little information that accompanied this guy getting this tattoo, which said that this guy had to get this tattoo because of a bet that he lost. And you know, thinking about that, I mean, things could have really ended up a hell of a lot worse for you losing that bet. Thank God whoever you bet with didn't say that if you lost that bet, you're gonna have to go ahead and tattoo a flying right there on the side of your neck. And you know, it's with mentioning that I wonder, had he lost the bet, I wonder if he would have tattooed that instead. This next tattoo fail is another McDonald's commemorative piece. In fact, this tattoo is so one of a kind and unique, I'm just trying to figure out while looking at this tattoo, why in the hell this woman would get this right there on the lower regions of her back. I'm trying to understand what exactly is the symbolism behind this. What does this mean? Why does this woman have a stamp of those golden arches? Is she really that big of a fan of McDonald's? I mean, has the dollar menu been that great to her in her life that she wanted to commemorate that by tattooing that right there on the lower region of her back? Or maybe McDonald's was her first job. Maybe it was there while she was working the drive-thru that was the stepping stones for her to reach whatever level of success she now has in her life. But after further examining this photo, I think I figured it all out. I think I have solved the riddle. I think I have found the logic behind why this woman decided to tattoo these golden arches right there on her back. And it's written right there below those two golden arches, below the word McDonald's, right there in that little small sign that says drive-thru. Oh my God, girl, you got a drive-through McDonald's tattoo right there on the bottom part of your back. That could only mean one thing. I'm telling you, girl, I know what you're trying to tell me. I'm picking up what you're putting down, girl. You ain't gotta say no more. That tattoo right there, it says it all. You know, you couldn't have said it any more clear to me, girl, unless you had gotten yourself a Burger King tattoo. And you know what the slogan for Burger King is, don't you? You know it's your way right away. Yeah, your way right away. Let's go ahead and move on to this next tattoo disaster, and this one reminds me of the very first portrait that I ever did while I was locked up. You know, while trying to learn how to tattoo while in prison, that's not a very easy thing to do. You gotta make sure you don't get caught. It's gonna be very hectic and stressful. You gotta make sure you don't get beat up in the process of doing a tattoo that doesn't exactly come out just like the picture. But again, this next tattoo fail, I mean, this one's like deja vu for me. Let's go ahead and look at this Marilyn Monroe. Oh my God! That ain't no Marilyn Monroe. What happened to Marilyn Monroe? It looks like we done dug her up and then tattooed whatever came out of that box. That ain't no Marilyn Monroe. That's a Marilyn Monroe. You about to get beat up because you just messed up my arm. That's what kind of tattoo that is right there. But we're sitting here calling this a tattoo fail, but the one thing that we don't know is maybe this was exactly what the customer wanted. Whoever was getting this tattoo, maybe they went into whatever basement apartment they went to get this tattoo, and they told the guy that was tattooing there, hey look, I want a Marilyn Monroe portrait right here on my arm, but I want you to make her look bad. I mean, I want it to look like some Dawn of the Dead type stuff. Can you make Marilyn Monroe look like she's in The Walking Dead? So if that's the case, I mean, this guy knocked this tattoo out of the park. But there is, however, about a 99.9% chance that that's not what this guy wanted when he went behind that Burger King to get that tattoo from that aspiring tattoo artist who was on break working at that same Burger King. Judging from my experienced prison tattoo artist I can clearly see that this guy who did this tattoo clearly has no idea how to shade it off. He definitely has no concept of how to water down any ink and make him a gray wash. In fact, this Marilyn Monroe right here, it looks like she's been working in the coal mines of West Virginia. But again, maybe that's exactly what this guy wanted when he went into the freezer of a 7-Eleven wherever his aspiring tattoo artist was working. He went in there and said, hey, look, man, I want me a Marilyn Monroe tattoo portrait right here on my arm, but I want it to be one of a kind and unique. Can you make it look like she's been working in the coal mines of West Virginia somewhere? Ain't nobody got no tattoo like that. And if that's what he was going for, that cashier from 7-Eleven who did this tattoo, he absolutely nailed it. This next tattoo fail I want to share with you, just as all of these others that we've mentioned thus far, this one's pretty damn unique as well. And I can almost guarantee you, ain't but one person who's got this tattoo. Oh my God, girl. What have you done to your forehead? Do you really love Drake that damn much? What's gonna happen in 2 years when he puts out an album that you don't like? I mean, I can't think of anything that you're gonna be able to cover that up with, unless you just tattoo a complete black spot right there on that part of your forehead and tell people that you got a bandana tattooed around your damn head. But hey, you never know. Maybe this chick isn't even that much of a fan of Drake's. Maybe she only heard that song one time where he said, and Drake just stands for do right and everything. And she thought to herself, as soon as she heard that line right there, she thought, that's it. That is exactly what my entire life is about. Do right and everything. That means so much to me. That struck me so deep inside of my soul. I'm gonna tattoo D-R-A-K-E across my forehead. That way the entire world knows that what I stand for is doing right and killing everything. This next tattoo I want to share with you is one that definitely comes with a major lesson as well. And this was a lesson that I learned myself personally because I have to admit, I made this mistake one time myself. And that was spelling something incorrectly. Now, this wasn't entirely my fault. Yes, it was my fault because I tattooed it. But the guy who brought me the tattoo to tattoo was a female's name. And this guy was actually getting a tattoo of a female's name that he didn't even know how to spell. How much could that girl really mean to you that you're wanting to get tattooed on your body and you don't even know how to spell her damn name? I ended up doing this tattoo only to have this guy come to me a week later telling me, Joe, got a bit of a problem on my hands. We spelt the girl's name wrong. How you gonna get a girl's name tattooed on your body and you don't even know how to spell a name? Needless to say, we ended up covering up that tattoo with a cross and then putting the girl's name spelled correctly somewhere around that cross. But this next tattoo fail deals with something similar, spelling a word incorrectly. The sad thing about it, however, is that's only one of many fails dealing with this particular tattoo. Only God can Jude me. And you know, saying that out loud, it almost sounds like maybe that's what they meant for this to say. Maybe they were going for something really unique here. I don't exactly know what Jude means. I'm sure it has some type of a definition behind it, and if anybody knows, please let me know. But if they were going for the word judge, they most certainly dropped the ball when they dropped or forgot to include the G in that word. I mean, how you gonna spell judge without a G? That just don't even make no sense. Only God can Jude me? And the crazy damn thing about this is once done with this tattoo and they probably realized right then and there, oh damn, we forgot to put the G in judge. That's okay. I'm gonna tell people this was what I wanted right here. Only God can Jude me. Sort of sounds like it might make sense for something. I have no idea what you would be trying to tell people this means though. But like I said, forgetting that one very important letter in that word is only the beginning of the problems with this tattoo. This is obviously a stick and poke tattoo. I can tell that just by the cruddy line work in this damn tattoo. It also looks like you could be dealing with just a little bit of infection looking at how red and swollen the skin is around that only area. So you know there is the potential that best case scenario after this tattoo was done was that this entire thing became infected and your entire chest just went ahead and fell off. Because there ain't nothing you're gonna be able to do with this tattoo. You're gonna have to do some heavy black work to cover this damn thing up. You might have to get like an entire black home plate across your chest and just tell people you're a really big fan of baseball. Why you got a big ass black home plate on your chest? Man, I love baseball. You see my baseball? I like baseball. You ever seen that movie, Something About Mary? And you know, finally, just go ahead and add how crooked this tattoo is. There is nothing straight or proportioned correctly about this. But then again, you went 3 for 3 on the strikeouts when it comes to failing. So again, that blacked out home plate for baseball might just be your best bet. If this next tattoo failed, this is a scary one for a number of different reasons. Let's go ahead and look at this guy with this crazy tattoo across his chest. And the first thing that I gotta tell you is, I'm not comfortable looking at this picture. I'm not comfortable with the way that this guy's looking at me with his shirt off, with this big, gigantic smiley face, with something that's sticking between the teeth that are tattooed on his chest. I mean, what is that? Is that a matchstick? Is that a toothpick? Is that like a cigarette? I mean, I'm trying to figure out why you would tattoo from shoulder blade to shoulder blade a gigantic pair of voluptuous lips with some teeth and something sticking between those teeth on your chest. And I know this is gonna sound just a little bit cliche, but they do say a picture's worth 1,000 words. And some of the words that would be associated with those 1,000 words associated with this picture would be that this guy just can't come outside at all on Halloween. You're gonna have to read between the lines right there of just the type of charges I'm trying to say this guy looks like he might have. But judging by the demeanor, the face that this guy is making in this photo, and also this big mouth tattooed on his chest. These are all major red flags that go up immediately as soon as I see a picture like this, letting me know this guy ain't the type of guy you want to have your kids around at all. But you know, aside from whatever charges it looks like this guy might have to register for, I mean, let's just think about why exactly a guy would want to get a big mouth tattooed across his chest. I mean, what does that symbolize? Does that mean that you really like mouths? Does that mean that you're good with yours? I'm trying to figure out exactly why you got this on your chest, because this is very, very disturbing to me. There's one last tattoo fail that I want to share with you in this video, and this one should kind of answer a question that I'm sure a lot of people might have. A lot of people might wonder, what exactly would a person who's covered in tattoos look like in like 50 years? You got all those tattoos all over your body. You think that's gonna look good when you turn 60 or 70 years old? I mean, I'm personally not thinking about 60 or 70 years old. I'm thinking about what looks good right now. Just like that girl with that Drake tattoo on her forehead, or that girl with the McDonald's arches on her lower back region. They probably thinking just like I'm thinking with all these bad tattoos on my body. That tattoo looks good. But for anybody who might be wondering exactly what tattoos would look like on a 50 or 60-year-old man who's covered in tattoos, well, let's go ahead and look at our very last tattoo fail. Hey Cody, I'm gonna need you to Google tattoo laser removal surgery for me, because this ain't a good look right here. This is not, I mean, what in the hell, what did this guy have on his body? I have no idea what I'm looking at right here. All I know is I'm seeing a bunch of tattoos. He's got his entire head covered in tattoos. He's got something underneath his eyes right here. We can see a bunch of stuff around his collar area. But the one tattoo that sticks out the most to me is this one that's right there on his eye. That's not what this is. I know I'm not seeing this correctly. Did this guy get half of a pair of glasses tattooed on his damn face? And just to go ahead and be honest with you, I have no idea what that could possibly symbolize. The only thing that I could possibly think about is probably back in like 1920 when this guy was getting covered in tattoos. He was thinking back then, hey man, it'd be really cool if I get me a pair of shades tattooed right here on my face. And for whatever reason, they just never got around to finishing the tattoo. 100 years later, and you're still sitting here with a half of a pair of glasses tattooed on your face. Maybe it symbolizes that one eye is better than the other. Maybe it symbolizes that he can only afford to get half of the tattoo. Hey look, you ain't got enough money, so we're only gonna be able to tattoo half of these glasses. You're gonna have one eye lens on your face. You get that money for me, we'll go ahead and finish that tattoo. But until then, you're only gonna be seeing about half as good. And you know, it's obvious to me that this guy's getting locked up. We can see that evident by the striped suit that we can just barely see him wearing. Who knows what this guy is getting locked up for? But if getting bad tattoos was a crime, this guy most certainly would be doing life. Hey, look, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you think about any or all of these damn tattoos. And also let me know which one you think was the absolute worst. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day.